Kim Taehyung, globally known as V of BTS, has officially etched his name into Korean music history after winning the Golden Korean Record of the Year 2025, one of the most prestigious honors recognizing artistic excellence and cultural impact in the Korean music industry. The award celebrates Taehyung's exceptional achievements as a solo artist throughout 2025, highlighting his ability to transcend genres while maintaining a deeply personal musical identity. His winning record, widely praised for its emotional depth, vocal richness, and cinematic atmosphere, resonated strongly with both critics and fans, solidifying his position as one of Korea's most influential contemporary musicians. This historic win is widely associated with Taehyung's acclaimed solo work, including his standout release, Winter Ahead, a song that captivated listeners with its nostalgic storytelling and soulful arrangement. The track showcased Taehyung's signature baritone vocals and artistic sensitivity, drawing praise for its introspective lyrics and timeless sound that bridged modern pop with classic influences. Industry experts noted that the Golden Korean Record of the Year is not merely a popularity-based accolade, but a recognition of musical quality, originality, and cultural resonance. Taehyung's victory reflects his ability to create music that feels intimate yet universally relatable, a rare balance that has become his artistic trademark. Critics emphasized how his work in 2025 demonstrated growth, confidence, and creative maturity beyond conventional idol boundaries. Fans across the globe erupted in celebration following the announcement, flooding social media with congratulatory messages, trending hashtags, and heartfelt tributes. Many praised Taehyung for consistently staying true to his artistic vision while expanding the global reach of Korean music. For longtime supporters, the award represents not only individual success, but also a meaningful moment that validates Taehyung's evolution as a solo artist. Despite his achievements, Taehyung remains humble and reflective in his public remarks, often crediting fans for their unwavering support and expressing gratitude for the opportunity to share his music with the world. His win further reinforces the growing recognition of BTS members as powerful solo artists who continue to shape the global music landscape even while pursuing individual paths. As 2025 draws to a close, Kim Taehyung's Golden Korean Record of the Year win stands as one of the most defining moments of his career, an achievement that signals both artistic fulfillment and the promise of even greater musical journeys ahead. The significance of this achievement extends far beyond the trophy itself. Winning Golden Korean Record of the Year 2025 places Kim Taehyung in an elite circle of artists whose work has not only defined a year in music, but also influenced the broader cultural conversation. Music insiders have described his record as a quiet revolution, noting how Taehyung chose emotional authenticity over commercial formulas, ultimately redefining what success looks like in the modern Korean music scene. Throughout 2025, Taehyung demonstrated remarkable artistic consistency. His music leaned into themes of longing, memory, and emotional introspection, elements that listeners across different cultures found deeply relatable. Critics highlighted how his approach felt refreshingly organic in an era dominated by fast-paced trends, proving that sincerity and craftsmanship still hold immense power. The jury reportedly praised the record's cohesive storytelling and its ability to evoke vivid emotional imagery from start to finish. What made this win even more impactful was Taehyung's continued global reach. International fans, many of whom discovered Korean music through BTS, played a major role in amplifying the success of his solo work. From chart performance to streaming milestones, his music consistently ranked high across multiple regions, reinforcing his status as a global artist whose influence extends well beyond South Korea. Social media platforms quickly became a digital celebration space following the announcement. Fans shared clips from past performances, handwritten lyrics, and heartfelt stories about how Taehyung's music helped them through difficult moments. Hashtags celebrating his Golden Korean Record of the Year win trended worldwide, reflecting the emotional bond he has cultivated with listeners over the years. Many fans described the award as well-deserved and long overdue, emphasizing how his artistry has always stood apart. Industry observers also pointed out how Taehyung's solo success contributes to a broader narrative about idol artists evolving into respected musicians. His win challenges outdated perceptions and highlights the increasing recognition of idols as serious artists with creative depth. For younger musicians, Taehyung's journey serves as proof that trusting one's artistic instincts can lead to both critical acclaim and long-term impact. As anticipation builds for his future projects, expectations remain high, but Taehyung appears unfazed by pressure. Known for his reflective mindset, he has often expressed that music is a personal journey rather than a competition. This philosophy, many believe, is precisely what allowed him to create a record worthy of such a prestigious honor. With the Golden Korean Record of the Year now added to his growing list of achievements, Kim Taehyung's legacy as a solo artist feels firmly established. Rather than signaling a peak, this milestone marks a new chapter, one defined by creative freedom, artistic courage, and a deep connection with audiences around the world. Beyond the accolades and headlines, this achievement underscores a deeper shift in how Taehyung's artistry is perceived within the industry. Kim Taehyung has long been admired for his distinctive vocal color and artistic sensibility, but the Golden Korean Record of the Year win elevates that admiration into formal recognition of his musical authorship. Industry critics noted that his work in 2025 felt less like a solo project and more like a carefully curated body of art, shaped by intention rather than expectation. Producers and fellow musicians have openly praised Taehyung's attention to detail, particularly his involvement in the emotional direction of his music. Rather than chasing trends, he focused on atmosphere, mood, and storytelling, elements that require patience and confidence. This approach, while subtle, proved powerful enough to stand out in a competitive year filled with high-profile releases, reinforcing the idea that artistic restraint can be just as impactful as spectacle. The award also reflects a broader evolution in Taehyung's public image. While he remains a core member of BTS, 2025 marked a year where audiences increasingly viewed him as a fully realized solo musician with his own sonic identity. His ability to balance group legacy with individual expression has been cited as one of the defining strengths of his career, allowing him to grow without losing the essence that fans first connected with. Cultural commentators have pointed out that Taehyung's music resonates strongly in times of emotional uncertainty. His songs offer quiet comfort rather than dramatic resolution, creating space for listeners to reflect rather than escape. This emotional accessibility is often credited as a key reason his record connected so deeply with audiences and ultimately earned one of Korea's highest musical honors. As discussions around the award continue, many believe this win will have a lasting influence on the Korean music landscape. It sends a clear message that individuality, sincerity, and emotional depth are not only artistically valuable, but also worthy of top-tier recognition. For emerging artists, Taehyung's journey stands as a powerful example of how trusting one's creative instincts can lead to both critical respect and cultural impact. Looking ahead, the Golden Korean Record of the Year does not feel like a conclusion, but rather a turning point. With his artistic confidence firmly established, anticipation for Taehyung's next musical chapter continues to grow. Whether through future solo releases or new creative experiments, audiences now watch with heightened expectation, knowing that whatever comes next will likely carry the same honesty and artistic courage that defined his award-winning year. As conversations around the award deepen, many critics have begun to frame this moment as a cultural marker rather than a single career highlight. Kim Taehyung's Golden Korean Record of the Year win reflects a growing appetite for music that prioritizes emotional resonance over instant gratification. In a fast-moving industry, his 2025 record stood out precisely because it invited listeners to slow down, listen closely, and feel deeply, an approach that feels increasingly rare. Music analysts have noted how Taehyung's sound in 2025 blurred the boundaries between mainstream pop, jazz influences, and cinematic balladerie. This genre-fluid approach allowed his work to reach diverse audiences, from longtime K-pop fans to casual listeners discovering his music for the first time. Rather than fitting neatly into one category, his record existed in its own emotional space, a quality that likely contributed to its lasting impact and critical acclaim. Behind the scenes, Taehyung's dedication to his craft became a recurring topic among collaborators. Studio insiders described long recording sessions focused on nuance, tone, breath control, and emotional delivery, rather than chasing perfection through heavy production. This hands-on involvement reinforced his reputation as an artist who values authenticity, choosing vulnerability over polish when the song demands it. The significance of this win also resonates strongly within the larger narrative of BTS. As each member continues to carve out individual paths, Taehyung's achievement highlights how their collective legacy has created space for deeply personal solo expressions. Fans often describe this era as one of artistic freedom, where success is measured not only by numbers, but by meaning, and this award feels like a reflection of that shift. International media outlets have begun revisiting Taehyung's artistic journey, tracing how his early interest in visual art, photography, and classic music aesthetics shaped his musical identity today. Many point out that his sensibilities have always leaned towards storytelling and mood, making this recognition feel like a natural culmination rather than a surprise breakthrough. Ultimately, the Golden Korean Record of the Year win has positioned Taehyung as an artist whose influence extends beyond charts and trophies. His work in 2025 reaffirmed the power of sincerity in music and reminded audiences that sometimes the quietest voices leave the deepest impressions. As fans and critics alike look ahead, one thing feels certain: Kim Taehyung's artistic journey is far from finished, and the path he continues to carve promises to remain as thoughtful and emotionally rich as the record that earned him this defining honor.